What is up, everyone? Barricade here, and today I'm bringing you guys another episode of Gears of War lore. I noticed that, some of the characters have some really crazy backstories, and today I thought I would talk about one character that probably a lot of people don't even really like very much to use in multiplayer, I noticed, and also they obviously know nothing about her backstory, especially if you didn't read the novels, and that is Bernadette Mataki. No one really seems to know very much about her past. I've seen a lot of people when I tell them the story about Bernadette, when I tell my friends and stuff about her, they always get really surprised because she has a very great backstory. But anyways, to start off, when she first joined the COG, she was only 18 years old. She was, just a young girl, and she was from the islands. She was basically just an indie. And when the ironic part was when she first joined the COG, the recruiter that she was talking to basically just told her, you can be in the COG, but because she wanted to be a sniper, and they basically told her, you can't be a sniper because women don't make good snipers. Well, obviously he was way wrong, because she's basically arguably the best sniper the COG has. She's really great, even for her old age. She's a very great sniper. And she just joined the COG for a while, and she wasn't able to be on the front lines for a while, but then she eventually was able to be on the front lines, fighting the UIR, etc. And she met Hoffman very early into her career, and she even started dating him. But he broke up with her because of the fact that he became a colonel, and he was just like all kind of like high and mighty about it. Oh, I'm a colonel, I can't date anyone, blah blah blah. And he, dumped her, and they basically just went their separate ways for a long time. And he got married to Margaret. If you remember who that is, that was his wife. That I talked in another episode of Gears of War lore, the E-Day episode, so you can check that out. But anyways, she got married to another guy. I think his name was Neo or something like that. And but the relationship was very bland, very boring. It wasn't those type of relationships where you see that they're happy together. And that's another thing. Personal tangent, real quick. Don't be with someone that makes you miserable. If you're gonna date someone, be with someone that makes you happy. It's better to be alone and happy than miserable with someone. But anyways, back to she was with him for a while, and actually one other thing I wanted to say before I get more into this is that one very sad part was when they attacked the UIR before E-Day. It was like only like a few weeks before E-Day, and when they stole the Hammer of Dawn Prince. When Carlos Santiago died, he got injured really bad, and she was watching him the whole time in her scope, and she saw him bleeding to death, and she was very convinced that she had to put him out of his misery. She was going to snipe Carlos Santiago to put him out of his misery because he was bleeding to death. But before she could even do it, he blew himself up to save Marcus and get all the enemy UIR away from him and everything. But anyways, back to her relationship with her husband. Very bland relationship. They weren't, they just weren't getting along. And he was always very angry at her because she would always leave and go fight, the UIR. And she was always in service, and she was never there to help him and be, the wife he wanted her to be, I guess. And one day, they just realized that their relationship was done. It was nothing there. And she even found out that he was cheating on her with another woman. And so she, instead of getting really crazy and stuff, she just said, well, fine, you don't want to be with me, whatever. And she broke up with him. And of course, the crazy thing was this was on E-Day. So she left to go, help the COG fight the Locust and stuff. And just gave up on that relationship, moved on. And she never saw him again, I guess. And, as she fought the Locust for a while, for a few years. But then she left and she became stranded for 5 years. She was just running around the strand, being stranded for a while, and just helping people and just kind of just being all on her own. She survived by eating cats and stuff, and really crazy, tough, strong woman all by herself. And the thing that was really sad, and this was actually very kind of excessive part in the novels, and it honestly, got to me when I read this part. But basically, one day she was, helping these people that are being attacked by like a gang, and she killed most of them. These were just innocent, stranded people. They weren't doing nothing bad. And when she killed some of the guys, but then she got, jumped by 3 men. and unfortunately they raped her. All three of them. And the thing that was really crazy was, she was left, all broken and horribly humiliated and just really distressed over it. And many years passed since then. She told Hoffman about it. He found out about it. He was very unhappy to hear about it, obviously, because he cared about her. She was someone very important to him. And one day she got her revenge, though. She got her revenge. She tracked those guys down, and the thing is, she only got two of them, but she found two of them, and she killed them very slowly and painfully with her knife. She went all indie on them and freaking destroyed them with just her knife. And the thing that was really disturbing is she even chopped off their privates and stuff and stuffed them down their throats. She got bad revenge on them. So it was terrible. And and then the third guy, though, she didn't technically kill the third guy, but they used him as a bargaining chip for like some type of negotiation between Gears 2 and 3. It was like a stranded thing, kind of complicated, but basically he died too. He got blown up, and the other guy was gone, and she felt better when he was finally dead. And and then after that, that's when you see her in Gears 3 and stuff, and she's with Hoffman. So she had a very terrible, tough life. Being a stranded, being cheated on by her husband, and being raped, and all that crazy stuff. But in the end, she turned out to be a tough woman. And that's actually one thing that kind of annoyed me about her in the games, because she was described as this kind of like big, busty, tough woman. Not really busty as like sexy, but busty like beefy, type of woman that you wouldn't want to mess with because she'd freaking slap your ass down. But in the game, they made it all skinny and scrawny. I don't know what that was about. But anyways, I ran out of time here. If you guys want to see any more Gears of War lore videos, give me any suggestions, anything you guys want to see. I'm going to be making more videos. Um, I think my next episode I wanted to do on the Santiago family pre and post Locust E-Day. But anyways, hit that like button, guys, subscribe, and thanks for watching, guys.